Hello everyone, my name is Derek and let's talk guitars. So, a few months ago, you guys may have remembered that I actually did a video about this guitar, which is the Donner, I think it's a DTC 100? Something like that. Basically, it's a Telly type guitar. I have been trying to decide what to do about it. I've been trying to decide if I want to keep it, or if I want to get rid of it, or sell it, or whatever. I decided that I do want to keep it. I think that it would make for a fine addition to my collection. I'm actually missing like a real Telecaster style guitar, so I figure having something with like Telly pickups, probably good. Tellys are used in like everything, so it's never bad to have around. That being said, there are a few upgrades that I want to do to it after having it for a while. First that I've already done is I've upgraded the tuners. So these are Hipshot vintage style tuners. They are, originally they were going to go in my Squier Strat, but I was using this one more at the time, so I popped them in there. Obviously super easy to install because they have the universal backplate and all that jazz. They're easily my favorite tuners and go on basically all the guitars I play. So, you know, favoritism. But the other thing I actually want to change out is the electronics. Now, that may seem like a weird thing to say, but I don't know, the pickups here are kind of lifeless, I guess is like the wrong, or I guess like the right way to put it. I don't know how to say it, like, they're not missing any fundamental frequencies that make them sound bad. I just can't seem to get exactly what I want out of them. So I've decided that I'm going to change them, and while I'm at it, I'm going to change out the pots and the capacitor and basically everything, except for the output jack and the switch. So, yeah, it's going to be basically a new guitar. But I'm excited, and I think that if you have one of these, it's not bad. Like, I paid, I think, $130 for this, including shipping, and it's not a bad guitar. And even without upgrading the tuners, even without, you know, changing out the electronics, I think you can gig with this thing. It seems, you know, pretty good. Like, I think it would be hard to find a Telecaster at the same price point that gives you the same, like, general level of quality. I say that, but, like, what I mean by that is the neck feels really nice. Although I will admit, the neck is not a Fender radius. I think it's actually flatter than a Les Paul. I believe this is like a 16-inch radius fretboard. Might even be flatter. It's extremely flat, which is great if you're starting out, actually. And I like them because my Les Paul that my girlfriend and I made has a 20-inch radius fretboard, so it's extremely flat, and this is the one I play all the time. So I like it. But just be aware that you're not actually getting like a vintage 9.5 or 7.25 radius fretboard when you're getting one of these. Other than that, yeah, I guess that's the main thing, is that I just want to change out the pickups, change out the electronics while I'm there. There's nothing wrong with the pots, and actually I fixed the problem, I think that was in the last video, where I was getting no output. My hypothesis is that the wires that was going to the output jack was probably getting stuck in between the output jack and the cable, so there was no contact being made. Of course, I don't actually know that for sure, but that's what I figure. So, with that being said, let's see what's going in there. So, I decided that since I've had good success with GFS pickups before, it's Guitar Fetish for those of you that don't know. I actually have them in my EC10, which is an LTD. It's a really, you know, I don't even know if they sell them anymore, but they're like really beginner. There was like $200. But I love that thing. It's treated me great. And I put in a 59 and a Fat Pat, and basically it's their 59 and PAF. I actually really dig the 59. It's really smooth, really fantastic. It's probably my favorite, one of my favorite pickups to actually come out of basically any guitar. And I've messed around with a lot. Like, you guys probably, you can't see it right now, but if I just lean back here and show you, like, I have some pickups from an Epiphone Custom that I pulled out, a Les Paul Custom. I have just a set of Fat Cats here. I have another like Hot Rail pickup that a friend gave me. I have a lot of random pickups. So I want to try out these. Now these are from the Slick brand. If you don't know, Earl Slick is a guitar player. I believe he played with some popular, I think it was Michael Jackson, I'm not quite sure. But he's been around for a long time, and his personal brand goes through Guitar Fetish. So they have slick guitars, slick pickups, slick basses, and I want to try some of the supposedly hand-wound pickups. This is the Fullerton set. There are 3 of the Telecaster pickups that you can, or sets that you can try, which are the Fullerton Lead, and the Boxerville. Is that correct? I think. The only one that was in stock that I actually wanted to try was the Fullerton. The Fullerton Lead was in stock, but something that I've come to respect about myself is that I like a very matched set of pickups, something that does things equally when you swap, because I don't like my bridge pickup being like a crap ton louder than my neck pickup. It seems like it's just very jarring. So these were significantly closer matched as far as resistance was concerned, which is not everything when it comes to output, but it's something. So without further ado, I've actually already opened this box, but I want you guys to get the experience that I got, which was, oh, these actually fit back in here. This, when I opened this up, these were not in this foam. The foam was like sitting on top of these pickups that were just like this, just chilling there. I was hoping that it would stay like that. That being said, they seem fine. Obviously, they're going for that kind of like worn aesthetic. I'm not gonna lie, they said on the website that the boxes were kind of in short supply, so I was not actually expecting to get sent a wooden box, but I'm glad I did. As you guys can see, this is the neck pickup. This just came off it, which just says Slick Fullerton set, and it says it's 6.6K ohms. I have no idea where this was supposed to be, if I'm gonna be honest. Makes no sense. So this is going back on the top of the box, and this is the bridge pickup, and this is 7.6 ohms, so or 7.6K ohms, so basically another 1,000 ohms of resistance, which should be pretty close. Honestly, I've been finding out that I like the neck pickup on a telly the most, so I'm excited to see how this one turns out. 6.6 seems like it's just about perfect. I thought on the website it was supposed to be 5.6. Maybe I just read that wrong. Okay, I think I did read that wrong. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this on camera. It's supposed to be 5.6. I was not able to get that to focus. That's okay. So, 2K resistance difference. But obviously these are supposed to be like kind of hand tarnished and a little dirty and used and not perfect. These are not supposed to be like new looking pickups. And I will say these look fantastically rusted. I have seen pickups like this when I've been working on guitars that people have left in their garages for like years and years and years. So, can't argue with that. We'll see how they sound, and yeah, hopefully not too bad. I am very excited to try these out.
My heart with your head against my chest, looking out the car window, and I feel myself crashing to the ground, but I'm free falling in your eyes, and I'll take my chances, slow dancing in grocery store aisles. If I'm a fool for you, then you're my movie star girl. Kiss your lips again. Pull me in, pull me in, pull me in, it's never enough. I'll take you to the ocean. We can dance to the waves, this feeling I've got. And I feel myself crashing to the ground, but I'm free falling in your eyes. And I'll take my chances, slow dancing in grocery store aisles. If I'm playing the fool for you, then you're my movie star girl. You're my movie star girl. Star girl. You're my movie star girl. They make me call my father. He's on the phone talking to my mother. Said I told you so. I never going to come home again. Give me something another thing. Maybe I over exaggerated. Typical in a borrowed time last night. Give me something
So, what do I think about the GFS pickups? So, as you guys have seen in the footage for trying to do soldering the new pickups, I was actually planning on replacing the entirety of the electronics, basically everything except for the switch. Unfortunately, I had failed to realize that I got American parts for this import project, so the shafts did not fit through the holes in the metal jack or switch plate. So that was a little upsetting, I guess, like the best way to put it. But overall, not a big deal. One thing was, I put the guitar weight after I had finished soldering it, just to give myself a little bit of a break. When I was taking it back out, I dropped it and completely tore the tone pot, like just straight in half. So this pot right here, this tone pot is replaced to a 500K pot, which this also was a 500K pot, but the one I put in is linear instead of logarithmic. So not that big of a deal. I use the same capacitor, so it should sound pretty much the same as far as that's concerned. Yeah, so thoughts, right? Honestly, a little underwhelming. There were a lot of things that went wrong. That was one of them. The other is actually that the screws for this pickup, the ones that came with it, were wood screws, because these pickups go in the like slick guitars. The wood screws were not long enough and were not thick enough for the pickups, at least the ones that I got. And then these ones, I don't know if you can hear that, but the pickup has run out of thread, basically because it only is threaded like halfway up the screw. So it's about as screwed in as it can get, but this is still, I want to say, like 9/10 of an inch away from this string, which is about twice as far as it should be, which is why there's such a huge dramatic like switch in sound, especially clean, between the neck and the bridge. The bridge is at the right height, the neck is not. I'm trying to figure out how I want to remedy that. Realistically, you wouldn't necessarily want to like lower the bridge pickup. This can be changed out with just some like screws that are threaded the entire way to the top. So not that big of a deal. Go to the hardware store and probably spend like 70 cents or something. Until then, it's fine. I actually really dig the neck tone for distortion, which is something that I wasn't expecting, I guess. I don't know. It's really thick, it's really musical. I like the middle position as well, and I really like the bridge for cleans. However, the bridge on distortion, I think, was a little bit too thin. It sounded like I scooped the mids almost. It was very like brittle, which is not something that the other pickups had actually. I will say I'm happy I swapped out the bridge pickup. It's exactly what I wanted. It's a little bit chimier. I guess that's like the best way to put it. And I'm glad because it's a little bit more of a telly sound. The neck pickup, I'm not sure that I would have swapped out. It seems pretty similar. I think this one sounds maybe slightly better, but that's probably just placebo. I think it's extremely similar. So if I were to do this again, I'd probably just swap out the bridge pickup. Anyway, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. I have a few projects that I want to do, including installing this into my Stratocaster, so that way I can just pop the pick guards off whenever I want them, as well as changing out the magnets in my new Duosonic to an Alnica 4 magnet. So if you guys want to see any of that, I want to hear about it in the comments, or if there's any other projects that you would like to know, or if there's any general guitar maintenance stuff you'd want to know. Other than that, like, share, subscribe, all that bullshit, and I'll see you later.